these guys all have the exact same mentality. Anytime I fight these guys, which I've fought them 6 times now, I'm 5-1 against this team. The only time I lost to him was in 2007, before I even met Eric Del Fierro. I have not lost to this team since. They all have exactly the same mentality. Exactly. They say the same things to me. They repeat it over and over and over. And it's like fighting the same guy a dozen times. So I know what they bring to the table. They clearly don't know what I bring to the table. I fought them, I think, over 27 rounds and maybe lost 5 of those rounds against the entire squad. So I say bring it.
I love it. Dom, there's obviously another big 135-pound fight happening that night between Lineker and Dillashaw. How do you see that one going down?
I like that matchup. It's very similar to the one I'm facing. That's what's cool about this card. This whole card's stacked. You got Dillashaw and Lineker fighting, and Lineker has a style similar to Cody. It's heavy-handed, solid boxing, but looking to take your head off with every single shot. A little bit flat-footed, but you sacrifice being flat-footed in order to keep the power. You're either light on your feet and hard to hit, nimble, fast, quick, lots of combinations like TJ Dillashaw, like myself, or you're flat-footed, you're heavy, and you're looking to take somebody's head off with every shot. That's how Lineker fights. So I like that matchup. It's similar. It reminds me of the Cody Garbrandt me fight, obviously, Cruz. And it makes for an interesting card and an interesting matchup. I think that Dillashaw, uses combinations well and he mixes things up well, but he definitely has his hands full. Definitely of the two of them, I think Garbrandt's probably a little bit, just a little bit more well-rounded in the boxing aspect, but they're both very dangerous when it comes to power.
Is it part of your goal to continue to draw out his emotions?
Well, people say I'm drawing out his emotions, but he does that to himself. I mean, all I'm doing is talking to this guy. I'm trying to be
right.
as cordial as possible. I'm not bashing him as a human being. I'm telling him what he already knows about himself, and he gets very, very fired up, very, very emotional about it because he knows he has no true answer to the things that I'm saying because it's the honest truth. So that's what I'm going to continue to do is let him know what I know about him as he continues to deny it and make everything that you're going to hear this guy talk about me is going to be an opinion. None of it is going to have factual basis. Make sure you pay attention to that in all these media scrums. Everything's going to be an opinion. Nothing is going to have fact. Everything I say about him is going to have a factual basis to it. You're going to be able to look up the analytics of it and see where I'm coming from and why I'm saying it. And that's the point of this thing, is to make sure that he knows he doesn't know what he's dealing with. He doesn't know what he's fighting. They don't know why I do what I do. They just have their opinions about me and their opinions about themselves, and then they just try to, hate on what I do. So that's fine with me. I don't need them to like me. I just need to go out there and beat them up.
Will we see you at some point in time up a weight class or two before it's all said and done?
Like you said, I got a whole weight class full of guys right now that are gunning for me. I like these big super fight ideas. I think Jose Aldo has his hands full with Max Holloway, to be perfectly honest. Holloway's very hungry. He's sharp. He's tall. He's long. He's got good striking, just like Aldo, and, good jiu-jitsu. So I think that's a tough matchup. I mean, I want to fight the best guys in the world. I don't know how much longer Aldo's going to be on top with some of the guys he's dealing with. And to be perfectly honest, I got to get through this Cody Garbrandt, who's extremely pissed off, who's going to be, trying to talk over me every time I make a valid point. So I'm just thinking about him right now, We got all these media scrums coming up. Rousey and Amanda aren't going to have to do any media, don't want to do any media, so they've been gifted that. So that means me and Cody, and by me and Cody, I mostly mean me, because all Cody's going to do is be screaming over me anytime I make any sense of anything. He's going to be trying to scream and yell over it so that you can't hear me, and all you hear is a bunch of slurs and curse words that you can barely understand that is supposed to be English. But keep your ears out. That's what it's going to look like this week. It's going to be a whole lot of screaming, yelling, emotional wrecks, and me trying to get what I can in there for you people back home to understand what's really going on in these fights. So listen when you can, and if you can, try to get Cody to zip it so I can get my word out there, because all he's doing is yelling loud noises so that people can't understand my facts.